Ms Legalista here. Welcome to the video. Although, I don't know, I don't even know how to really start this except to say we have to be more vigilant because even though these financial institutions, these banks and credit unions are saying, hey, if somebody commits fraud with your account, we got you. We got your back. We got you covered. Just report it to us and we will take care of it. But that is not what is happening. They are just denying people outright. And I want to show you this Fox 5 I Team Investigates story so you can hear exactly what happened to one particular customer, bank customer, and we can talk about how they got swindled out of, I think it was like $49,000.
I received two texts saying that they were from Chase Fraud Department and that my husband's debit card had been compromised.
Gwinnett County Police say it took less than 20 minutes to empty Gary and Gloria Moss of their life savings, $49,000.
Well, I know not to click the links, so I called the number.
Gloria Moss chatted with a woman, never offering passwords or personal information, she says. She believed she was canceling her card. In ways still unclear, she was being ripped off. But everywhere the Mosses turned for help, doors closed. A complaint to Chase Bank. Case closed. A complaint to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Case closed. When we talked to the Buford couple in April, they were exasperated.
Nobody's helping us. Nobody cares.
Chase wrote that Ms. Moss either authorized the transaction or she benefited from the theft, but they didn't say which. But the bank left the door open just a little. She says a Chase case agent said if she could prove through her phone records she didn't play a role in losing her money, they'd hear her out. But that was harder than it sounded. After we first talked to Gloria, she got busy.
The problem was I couldn't prove it because I couldn't get a subpoena.
So in April, Gloria went to the Gwinnett County Courthouse asking how to get this subpoena for her own phone records. But her February case still wasn't assigned to a detective. But she got lucky here. An assistant district attorney happened to walk by, overheard her story. A detective soon took the case, did a forensic look at her phone records, and found an easy-to-follow path to a woman in Cypress, Texas, more than 700 miles away. On May 20th, Gwinnett County issued an arrest warrant for Audrey Michelle Townsend for felony theft for stealing $49,000.
And she also confessed to everything as far as taking the money. And but she's blaming it on as she was like a mule and she was just there to get the money and give it to them, and then they gave her a percentage.
Gwinnett County Police said the 25-year-old admitted to taking the funds, said she was in a tough financial situation, needed the money. She said she was contacted by strangers on Facebook to help steal it. The Fox 5 I team has reached out to who we believe is Ms. Townsend through a phone call and email, but we haven't heard back.
She was the one that actually talked to my wife over the phone.
The Mosses have appealed to Chase Bank to reopen their case. The big bank's website says, if you see that money was removed from your accounts and you didn't authorize the transaction, let us know right away. We will reimburse you.
I'm going to stop right there because that is the part I've been talking about. So a couple of things here. First of all, listen to that. This woman is 25 years old. She was 25 years old and needed money so badly that she was willing to steal this money from somebody else. Now, I don't know what her job situation was, but you got to be desperate when you know that that's what you're actually signing up to do. 25 years old. And this is how she's starting out her young life. Like she is just starting to be a young adult. So I hate this for her. I really do. That doesn't make what she did right. Okay. That doesn't make what she did right. A lot of times I am seeing people all the time that are getting caught by these kinds of scams. I actually have things pop up on my phone when it is over a certain amount so that I can see when there's a transaction over a certain amount. I get an alert on my phone. And there was a time last year when something popped up on my phone and I saw how much it was and it did not ring a bell to me what it was. I put my phone down. I picked up my purse and my keys. I drove over to the bank stood in line and asked them to pull that up and tell me what that was. I was like, I'm not clicking on anything, not even going on the web. I'm going directly to my bank. And so in this case, you hear what happened to them. But let's go on and hear the rest of this story.
Chase earlier told Miss Moss that she had approved the transactions. We spoke with you, they wrote. She says they certainly did not. The I-team talked to an FBI agent who speculated that AI could have been involved, but really no one knows yet. And it's still case closed.
Chase has denied this 4 times.
They're hoping the phone records will get the file reopened, but it's up to the bank now to fill in the details of just how the scammers got into their accounts. And the Mosses want details.
This is just a new form of bank robbery. You know, instead of going into the bank with the guns blazing, you know, they going through it electronically online, and they're stealing people's money. And something needs to be done about it.
You know, we've reached out to Chase and asked if the bank was going to take another look at the Mosses case. They said they'd get back to the I-team. They have not so far. There was a holiday, granted. We don't believe as of this hour that Ms. Townsend has yet been arrested either.
Okay, so if Chase doesn't reopen the case, what options?
Well, they can get a lawyer
Okay.
and compel the bank to complete the missing records or to somehow help them reconstruct what happened to them. And Ms. Moss has been pretty determined. I mean, she's had door after door shut, and she's the one who went right back into that courtroom and at Gwinnett County and said, I need some help, got the ear of an ADA and move this forward. So she's not giving up.
Let me go back to Mrs. Moss here. I need to leave her up on the screen because this is a woman who said, I'm not just going to let you take my money and not going to have Chase sit back and blame me for this as if I was the one who had something to do with this. This woman is determined. She is determined. She is not giving up. And unfortunately, for most people, that's not a situation they can be in. It's like, look, I got kids. I got stuff I got to do. I got to get to my job. By the time I get off my job, the banks are closed. How am I supposed to then follow up on this? And this is not my job. Literally, it says in the contract that if I let you know it's fraud, you will take care of it. You will reimburse me. But the banks are not doing that. At some point in time, Congress is going to have to step up and stop protecting the financial institutions and start holding them accountable, because right now, like she said, I think she put it a very good way. This is bank robbery. It's just being done electronically. So let me know your thoughts here. Is this happening to you? I'm telling you, be vigilant. And when somebody calls you, somebody emails you, I know it's hard because you think you're looking. Like she said, I know not to click on the link. Like she knew that, but it was that phone call that got her. So I'm telling you, don't. It's hard. It's hard. I know it's hard, but we're going to have to work even harder than these scammers are working. So I hope this gives you a little bit more insight on what they're doing. I'm telling you, 24/7, no holidays, no weekends. These scammers are working hard to take your money from you. So don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.